Hello, my friend. Welcome to live chat. And thank you to everybody that's been waiting for a few minutes. I had some issues with the video file I wanted to show you, and I can't get it to work. It's a long story. I could tell you the whole thing, but it's really not that important. The important thing to know is I can't get the video to work, so we're going to have to go in a different way. I try not to use entire video clips from people, so I had it edited so it had just like the most important pieces of what I wanted to show you, but I can't get that on this computer because I have a Mac and I have a PC and my email is full and my Dropbox, I'm having trouble logging in, and it's just sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I'd messed it up. So anyway, we're going to just go in a different way, and we're just going to have to watch the whole thing instead of the clip that I was trying to show you. So it's a mess. Anyway, technology has not been my friend over the past week. If you've been following me, but everything's fine now. Everything's okay. I'm feeling a lot better. It's been a thing. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for hanging with me. Today we're doing a modified top news segment of What's Been Makeup, just kind of talking about some things that have been happening that we've been missing because I have been having some issues. So we are going to zip through, like we've been doing, zip through the top news stories. And then in the second half of What's Been Makeup, we'll do commentary from the community about what's happening. We have about 7 stories to go over today, and I appreciate your patience while I sorted out all of the things. But before we get started, I do want to quickly say hello to the people that are here live in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, also known as the people that are here in live chat. If you are not here live, it's totally okay. We get together 10 a.m. Eastern time on Sundays, and I know that that's not a convenient time for everybody. So if you're watching this on the replay, you can always participate in the comment section down below. I appreciate you being here. All right, so just very quickly, hello to our moderator, Teresa. Thank you for being here. Teresa says hello and welcome to live chat. I hope you're all doing well today. I am doing better. Thank you for asking, Teresa, and we'll see how everybody else is doing. I see there's lots of responses. And to Flory and Steph and Audra, thank you also for being here and being our lovely moderator team. If you see a wrench like next to Teresa's name, that means that she is a moderator. I don't foresee any issues in this chat, but they're here to help us have a nice, safe, peaceful place to chat. So thank you for being here, moderators. Cynthia, hello, good morning. I'm hailing from Massachusetts this week. Oh, very nice. I bet it is. Yeah, it's cold. Yes, it is cold. I was gonna say, I bet it's cold there. Yeah, it's cold. Hello, Jennifer. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Hello, Tracy. Happy Sunday. Hi, Donna Lee. Good morning to you. Donna Lee says it's 18 degrees in New York. The air hurts my face. That's 18 degrees Fahrenheit. I am sure that is very, very, very cold. I hope everyone is warm. I have walked around in cold New York City, but I have not lived there. So it's a different thing when you're living there. Oh, wow. Okay. Hopefully you're warm now. Hopefully you're in a nice place. Thank you for being here, Donnelly. I appreciate you. Hello, Monica. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you're 100% better, feeling good. I'm about 95% better. I'm almost there. Very, very close. Miss Lavender, good morning to you. And Elizabeth, good morning to you. And I do see we have a super chat. Let's go ahead and scroll down to get to the super chat. Jen from Indie Kitty 1, thank you so much. Jen says, I love you. I am from Salt Lake City, Utah. Really? I didn't know that. And you are a real sweetheart. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. You're the best. Stay well. Get well. Stay well. I am good. Hugs and love. Oh, back to you, Jen. Thank you so much for that. Oh, I love that. Thank you. All right. So if I did not say good morning to you, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. All right, let's get into this Mielle story because I feel like this is one that I feel like the only people that really know what's happening are the people involved. And I will tell you, I've never bought this product, so I cannot personally speak to anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mostly read you this article. It was written by Taylor Bryant for Beauty Independent. And the article title is Smart Move or Mistake. The founder, Monique Rodriguez, Founder Monique Rodriguez publicly accuses content creator of sparking Mielle Organics hair loss controversy. And if you are not familiar with this, there have been videos made, not just by this one creator, and we'll get into that, but by a bunch of creators talking about how this one hero product from Mielle was causing hair loss. People were freaking out because, of course, you know, we don't want to use a hair product and have our hair fall out, and that's basically the worst thing that can happen to a brand is have hair loss. For a hair brand to have hair loss complaints, that is a huge deal. I mean, we still remember when by Chaz Dean and a bunch of other, a few other brands that came out and said, you know, people were coming out and saying that they were having hair loss issues. There's that MLM, what is it called? There's a multi-level marketing company that had similar complaints against it as well. So that's really the worst thing that can happen to a hair care brand. So what she's saying, the founder of Mielle Mielle Organics, is that a content creator was responsible for it, and that it wasn't in good faith. So, Yolanda says, as an African-American who uses her products, I'm very disappointed with her actions. Yeah, Monet, thank you so much, Femme Dandy. I appreciate you, Monet. Y'all are saying Monet. Thank you. Yes, that is exactly who I was talking about. Thank you so much. Monarch is close. Elizabeth, we were almost there. You were closer than I was. You were closer than I was. So I'm mostly going to read this to you. I did paraphrase a little bit, but this is mostly directly from the Beauty Independent article. All of my articles will be linked down below. So it says in Mielle Organics' latest effort to fight back against controversy over hair loss surrounding its hero product, the Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil, founder Monique Rodriguez is taking a tried and true approach, finding a culprit. After asserting that the product's formula uses healthy ingredients and has remained the same since the brand's sale to Procter & Gamble last year, Rodriguez posted a video on November 22nd. Okay, so that's the video that I wanted to show you that I edited. Before we do that, we have a member that had a horrible day and is happy to be here. Alexis, I hope your day gets so much better. I am so happy you're here. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being a member for 9 months. I hope that your day gets so much better. And I'm so sorry for what you've gone through today, whatever that is. Horrible days are, by definition, absolutely horrible. So I'm so sorry about that. Okay. So let's go into, instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the link to the article. And oops, that's the wrong video. And we're going to just go to the article and then watch it from, oh, you know what? It's on her Instagram. Let's do that instead. All right. Let me push this aside real quick. This is what I was fighting with for 8 minutes before we went. This is what I was fighting with for 8 minutes before we came on. But we can go to the Instagram and then I can share the screen with you. Is it on the Mielle page? I think it is. I think it's on the Mielle page itself. Is it, or it's on her personal page? Ugh. Okay. All right. Hold on a minute. This has been a day. And I deleted the email because I was trying to clear out. Oh, y'all, technology hates me. Hang tight. Let's go back in here. Okay, here it is. I have the link to her Instagram. Ugh. Stop. Copy. Paste. Go. Okay. Pause. Now we're going to share the screen so you can see what's happening. Present. Share screen. Oh, which one is it? Hold on. Not this one. Not that one. Present. Share screen. This one. Okay. All right, we're good. Okay, so let me fix this so that it looks a little bit more friendly. Okay. All right. I'm going to put my headphones on so I can hear what's happening. It's about 3 minutes long. Let me make myself a little bigger. There we go. Okay. How we doing? How we looking? Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Good evening, you guys. As most of you know, it has always been very important for me to keep you in the loop on this entrepreneurial journey because I have to be totally honest with you guys. It is not for the faint at heart, okay? Especially being a Black woman and using my platform to serve and uplift, and knowing that I have always dedicated my platform to serving and uplifting. But this has been heavy on my heart. So I wanted to share this. I've always been very transparent with you all, and in this situation, it is no different. As many of you have been seeing that Mielle has been buzzing in the media lately, and some of you have stood up and shown support like true loyal mavens and mavericks, and I just want to say thank you. I truly, truly appreciate it.
Okay, so just to pause real quick, there was I think all of this blew up in September, if I remember correctly, which was when the original post was put up. But I honestly, I feel like I remember this from years ago about Mielle's products, about this particular product causing hair loss. And I don't know if my memory is wrong, but I feel like there's something that was older than just September on this. And I know that at the time, and there's an article link down below that Javon Ford weighed in on it. But I didn't want to go too deep in that because I wanted to stay current since we don't have a ton of time to discuss. But I just want to give you that context there.
But here's the thing. We recently discovered that the original TikTok creator who sparked all of those rumors about Mielle products causing hair loss and falsely claiming that the rosemary mint oil formula has changed, that creator has been paid by one of our competitors. Yes, this creator was earning a commission to promote a competitor's product while spreading misinformation about our products for their own personal gain.
Okay, so just a comment on that as well. If that's true, that is against FTC regulations. It's very, very clear in the rules for influencers that that is a violation. And if that's true, that person could be held accountable. I believe, and I don't know this for a fact, but I believe that Mielle could sue her and the company. If she knows that for a fact, she could sue both parties. But I believe that. I am not a lawyer, but I do know for a fact that that's against FTC violations. I pretty much have that document memorized. So,
and unfortunately, some who joined in on those conversations seem to have ulterior motives as well. So you know what they say: when they go low, we go high. And out of respect for everyone involved, we tried to handle this situation quietly, but it has reached a point to where I feel it's important to be transparent with you all. So just to let you know, the original creator of those false videos have since been removed because people deserve to know the truth, and they deserve to understand that if there are hidden motives behind the misinformation that they're hearing out here on social media. So it is very disheartening because I have always operated with a spirit of believing that there is room for everyone to win. But unfortunately, not everyone shares that same belief. So I just want to reassure you guys that our products are safe. They are based on consistent formulas, sourcing, and processes, and they are used and loved by millions of satisfied customers every day without a problem. So at the end of the day, I'm grateful for all of the support. I see y'all out there standing up for us in the comments, fighting with people in the comments. I appreciate you guys more than you probably ever know. But now I need your help. Please spread this word and share this message with everyone that you know, because the truth matters and it's up to us to make sure that the truth is heard. And I've always focused on integrity because you can never go wrong with being honest and having integrity. And more importantly, I'm always going to stand on business.
All right. So that is the clip. Close that out. Okay, and because I do feel like the people that are here in chat, let me take these off. I don't need those anymore. Have a perspective that I do not have, and I feel like it's important to the conversation. I'm going to click on a couple of comments. Yolanda says it's been going on for years, and she's threatened many small content creators. Okay. Heidi says hope she can prove it. Monate sucks. Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know anything about Monate. I'm a huge Hannah Alonso fan, if that's any if that's any consolation to anybody watching. Huge Hannah Alonso fan. Donnelly says, I believe this did start a few years back. I don't remember it being about this product, but I do recall it starting 1-2 years back. I thought so too, Donnelly. And then Tracy says, Yolanda, yes, she and her husband threatened a lot of smaller content creators. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then Yolanda says, I'm glad I'm not the only one who remembers this. See, I thought I remembered something about it, but it got lost. Sometimes things get misfiled. It's like, I think there was something else way before September. So, okay. No, this is not an MLM thing, Mons. This is, we were talking about companies that have been accused of hair companies that have been accused of hair loss, of causing hair loss. We're talking about Monate, had been accused of that. This is about Mielle Organics. Okay. So it's important to hear that whole clip. And the article continues. Again, article's linked below. Monique didn't name the creator, but the publication Black Enterprise identified the creator as Denisha Monique, who posted a TikTok video on September 2nd about Mielle's products inflaming her scalp and leading to her hair falling out in chunks. It racked up almost 80,000 views, which on TikTok in general is not a viral video. In my opinion, I don't feel like 80,000 views on TikTok is viral. Viral videos on TikTok are much easier to get than they are. I've never had one. So, but they're much easier to get than on YouTube or on Instagram because of the algorithm pushing the way that it pushes things out. So I would consider a viral video on TikTok at least 400,000 views, at least. Maybe even more than that, because there are videos with tens of millions of views over there. So anyway, yeah, Olaplex Olaplex did have a call out, and the founder did come out and say that it wasn't true. It's kind of the same thing, but it definitely hurt Olaplex as well. Like that's like death to a hair care brand. So anyway, 80,000 views, I feel like isn't necessarily a viral video, but it is enough to make an impact. Beauty Independent reached out to both Mielle and Monique and didn't hear back from them by press time. Beauty Independent noted that there are dozens of videos tagged with Mielle hair loss. And I think that that's the issue that a lot of people have, is that this one creator, Denisha Monique, or Denisha, I think it's Denisha Monique. I don't think that she's the only one. If she was the only one, that would be one thing, but it seems like there's quite a few people. On November 21st, a class action lawsuit was filed against Mielle and P&G in the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois Eastern Division for not disclosing risks of hair loss. According to the website Ahrefs, Ahrefs. As of this month, Mielle's site traffic has dipped 28,000 views to 168,000 monthly visitors. Hair loss controversies have a habit of damaging the business of hair care brands. And when Diva Curl was another one. Olaplex suffered damage from such controversies prior to Mielle. It makes sense for Mielle to combat the rampant hair loss speculation, but experts maintain the brand isn't fighting back constructively by singling out a creator as the reason for it, and so do many consumers commenting on social media. In response to Rodriguez's video posted on TikTok, a commenter with the handle Uncaged Soul wrote, "Pointing the finger doesn't change the fact that real people's hair fell out because of your product. Where's the accountability?" And Buena Barra Buenabra, a content strategist who formerly worked at TikTok's parent company ByteDance, advises brands to first and foremost take accountability. While Rodriguez's video was meant to discredit the creator in question, she believes the main effect of it has been to invalidate the legitimate worries creators and consumers might have about Mielle's oils. If a brand finds themselves in an online controversy, this is the person talking, the Anne person from TikTok that she used to work for ByteDance. She says, if a brand finds themselves in an online controversy, it should be handled with concern for their customers' issues and not concern for the brand's image. This kind of defense further fans the flames of division between the brand and its customers. Once you're fighting your customer in the comments, you've already lost, which that is an excellent point. Rather than hop on social media to fight against what Rodriguez calls hair loss rumors, Mielle could pursue legal action. Exactly. Although it's unclear if the creator the brand singled out intentionally spread misinformation, Aliza Karatinik, a business litigation attorney from Morgan Lewis, mentions creators can get into legal hot water if they do. She says not only might it cause regulatory scrutiny, so this is what I was saying earlier, not only might it cause regulatory scrutiny, particularly if the influencer does not disclose its connection to the sponsoring brand, but both the influencer and the influencer sponsor could be held liable for violations of federal statutory law, such as the Lanham Act, and common laws such as libel, tortuous interference, and unfair competition, she says. If held liable, monetary penalties can be high and can include crippling punitive damages. Before considering legal action, Karatinik suggests a brand ask a series of questions, including how egregious are the false statements, how widespread is the influencer advertisement, what does the brand anticipate the impact will be, are the influencer statements in fact false, or are they a matter of opinion? And we saw that with the Lisa Frank lawsuit when we talked about that the court dismissed a lot of the issues that Glamour Dolls had against Lisa Frank when you were talking about some of these same things about libel and slander and or libel and tortuous, whatever that was. It was a lot of the same things. I'm seeing a lot of the same language. And the problem that Glamour Dolls ran into was that some of the things that Lisa Frank's team had said in an interview were opinions. And if they are opinions, then people are allowed to have opinions. It's when you present something as fact, that's where there's an issue. And also, how widespread was this person genuinely responsible? Because what the other brand or the influencer could say back is that there were many people who put up videos about this particular product and hair loss. It wasn't just me, so you can't say that this was all my fault. So there's a lot of different things, different moving pieces within here that could be a problem for both parties here. What I will say from my personal opinion is that if this is real, that this person was paid, that's terrible. That should never happen. At the same time, I do get what the person from ByteDance was saying, in that it does make the company not look good. That instead of going to your social media, take legal action if you feel like that's the issue and that's something that you can prove in court. Take legal action and then talk about the legal action that you're taking instead of just coming out with accusations. I will say I did look up the social media account of the person that they're accusing. I just looked up her Instagram. I didn't go to her TikTok. I meant to, and then I forgot. And it does seem very heavily weighted toward making money on social media. That seems to be her main topic of what she chooses to talk about on social media. She does have a recent post bragging about, not bragging, but celebrating, we'll say celebrating how much the person, what was her name? Her name is Dominique. Is that what her name was? Sorry. Denisha. A very recent post talking about making six figures this year on social media as a coach. So because that is a piece that seems to be prominent on her Instagram, I thought that was an interesting piece to the story. That doesn't mean that she actually was paid by this company, but it's to me, it was kind of like, ugh. because that's really all the posts are over on her Instagram, is all about making money on social media, how much money she makes, how much money she wants to make. That's kind of the whole thing. That's I'm pretty sure I found the right account. So yeah, I do see both sides. I see the side of Monique Rodriguez in that this must have been extremely hurtful and painful for her if she believes wholeheartedly in her product and she believes that her brand has done nothing wrong, to see it being trashed and feel like that is not accurate to the product, and then see sales go down because of it. But to attack to essentially attack your customers instead of addressing their feelings. And you say, and it's, I felt like the person from the Jui Wong from Olaplex did a pretty good job with this, where she was like, this is the testing that we've done. We've done all of this inside testing for this product, and we can say scientifically through third parties that our product does not cause hair loss. But even in that, that's still invalidating the people that said that they had that experience. And I feel like, one thing to do is say, if you have any issues with our products, please contact us and we will give you a full refund for your products. No questions asked if you have issues with it. That's really what needs to happen. Say, we're looking at the formula. We're making sure that there's no reason. I am not a hair person, but I would say that something that I've heard about oils and the hair is that oils can, just in general, all oils, when you put it on your roots, can kind of loosen the follicle and can make your hair fall out a little bit faster. I've heard that about putting conditioner on your roots as well. I am not a hair person though, so I could be wrong there. But that's something that I've heard, is just an oil on your, like directly on your roots, could be an issue, but I don't have enough experience to say that that's an absolute fact. That maybe there's something in there that's really just kind of making the hair come out faster, and speeding up the process of that hair holding on in your head, which is not good. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep my eye on this, but I felt like it was really important to address this because this is a big deal. We're dealing with potentially influencers lying, potentially, brands marketing against their competitors to try to destroy their competitors. We're dealing with a brand defending their brand instead of addressing customer issues. There's all kinds of issues that are happening here. Tortious is how it's pronounced, Anna. Thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you. Yeah, Heidi says, posting on social media just opens up more issues. I agree. Femme Dandy says, if you're going to try to convince me a product makes your hair fall out, I need a cosmetic chemistry explanation. You can't just say it does without elaborating. Well, and also I think it's important to note too, it's like, how do you know it was that one product? Like, is that the only thing the person changed in their routine? Are they under a lot of stress? I mean, it's like, there's all kinds of things, because one product doesn't operate in a vacuum. You don't really know. But at the same time, if there's a chance, this is where it hurts the company, because if there's a chance that it could cause hair loss, why would you choose it? And if they're not taking responsibility, if it is causing hair loss and they are not taking responsibility, what does that say about the ethics behind the other products within the line? And I think that's where it can really damage a brand, because people, one dot leads to another dot, leads to another dot. And it can, really go downhill very, very quickly. So I just hope that everything works out for the truth. That's what we want here, is we want the truth to win. So whatever the truth is, I hope that's what wins here. All right. So we are quite a bit in. We're way further in than I expected to be, but we also talked to the community on that one. So we'll say that we'll wrap that one up. Okay. Donna Lee says oil on the scalp isn't being used as a moisturizer, but oil is a sealant that should be used after moisturizing the scalp. Interesting. Because I know black hair care is totally different than my hair care routine. My husband actually, he knows. My husband had an ASMR channel, and he actually learned a lot about black hair care through doing his videos. He actually did some styling on black hair mannequins, and he learned how to do bantu knots, and he learned all kinds of stuff about black hair. So I really should have asked him, you know, in hindsight's 2020, I should have asked him about that before I came on, because I have a, you know, a self-trained black hair expert in my house. He got so many compliments from the black women that were watching his videos about how well he did. So I should have asked him about that. But thank you, Donnelly, for being an expert right here in the moment. I appreciate you. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll just have to see. So we're going to take a very quick break, and I'm just going to tell you what's on my face today. I got some products from Surratt in PR with creators and friends when I went to Palm Springs. So I used a couple of products today. This is their Surreal Skin Foundation Wand. I need to look into how to clean this, because I guess you probably just clean it like any other brush. It seems like you could clean it like any other brush because the product is housed down lower. And I really enjoyed this today. I think it left a really nice finish. I did have to blend my under eyes because they were creasing pretty bad, but it is a pretty light to medium coverage, and I enjoyed it. This is in shade 3, and this is my first time using it, so I'm going to continue using it. I know Surratt is quite expensive, so my question here is this worth the price point that I'm still trying to work out? I don't know yet. I will keep you posted. I also used their highlighter stick in the shade Lame. I thought it said lame. But it's not lame, it's lame, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's like that. It's very very sheer, little beautiful shine there. Get my face out of there so that it focuses. It's just a beautiful champagne shine. Very pretty. On my lips today, this was also PR. This is my favorite. This is a lip cream from Sigma. This is in Dapper. I freaking love this shade. It's amazing. And then on my eyes today, I used just one shade from the Born This Way Cold Smolder Nudes. I've been using this a lot lately, strangely enough. Didn't think I would be using this, but I keep reaching for it. So it must be good because I keep reaching for it. And I'm surprised because typically I don't like Too Faced eyeshadows, and I reach for this all the time. And I use that along with a Surratt eyeshadow. Again, NPR. All this stuff is NPR. I used this shade up here, which it's stuck in there now at this point. They gave me a little tool to pull it out, but it's like a shimmery pink shade. If I can figure out what it is, I'll put it in the description box down below. I also used their cream black shade as an eyeliner, and it worked beautifully. The only thing is I didn't tap my brush off really well, and I did get some black fallout that I had to clean up. So that's a thing. And I also want to give a big shout out to some new PR that I just got from Indie Beat Cosmetics. India's going hard over there. This is so fun. This is the Flush Cream Blush in Base. It is one of the color changing blushes. That's what's on my face today. There's quite a few. There's I haven't used these yet. There's like a shimmery white, and there's also a shimmery pink. And I haven't used those. I've really just been focusing on this black, and it's very pretty. It's the typical color, but that of the color changing blushes, but it is a deeper version, which I really love. It's so pretty. It's like this mulberry shade, and it's very pigmented. You can blend it out, and it's just gorgeous. Indie Beat Cosmetics. If you remember, she was the one that her husband had a stroke, and we had a GoFundMe going. She had a GoFundMe going to help her family. She's now back up on her feet, and she's really pushing, and she's doing, putting out some amazing products. So, yes. So this blush, highly recommend. I've used this 5 or 6 times at this point. Really enjoyed it. Another thing I'm really enjoying, which I love that she did because she's really been focusing on colorful eyeshadow palettes. This is the Sultry Soul eyeshadow palette, and it's like a record. It's so cute, and it's just a nude palette, and it does lean deeper because it is meant for deeper skin tones, but it is beautiful. The formulas are fantastic. These foils here are straight up metallic foil. They are the old school. We don't get these very often anymore. Just metallic beautifulness. These mattes have been wonderful to blend. My only very tiny critique is that the pans are not set really nicely in the palette. They look like they were kind of thrown in there haphazardly. So visually, that is not the prettiest thing to see, and that the pans are kind of jiggly in there. But If you don't care about that, which most people would not, I just wanted to mention it because some people, things like that just are really irritated by. This formula is fantastic, really enjoyable. I have been loving this, and I am rooting for Indie Beat in 2025. I want to see them blow up. So yeah, so that is what is on my face today. And this is my BK Beauty sweatshirt that I got at Creators and Friends, the first one in Charleston. So, all right. So let's talk about these other stories. And these I'm going to zip through and then we'll have conversation afterwards. So the next one has to do with Charlotte Tilbury. And I actually had somebody contact me and ask me about this, what was going on here. And I found out they had a voluntary recall of their setting spray. The person was working in, I believe, a Sephora. And they said, oh my gosh, they pulled all the Charlotte Tilbury setting sprays, the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray is. They pulled them all off the shelves. What happened, Jen? What's going on? So this is what's happening. It was due to they call it an isolated quality issue found during routine product testing in a limited number of batches. No other product was affected. So they didn't say specifically what the issue was. They just pulled them all. Following the recall notification, Puig, which I believe is how you pronounce their the parent company. So they own a majority stake in Charlotte Tilbury, but they don't own the whole thing, that they reported a drop in shares because of this recall. Puig said that this recall is expected to impact the performance of its makeup segment, but not expected to impact its overall full year performance. This is very similar to what happened in November with Drunk Elephant. They had a recall of 3 of their products. We talked about that in the US due to an ingredient mix-up. Some of them were formulated without preservatives, which was weird. They had some things that this was put in and not that, and it was a mess, but they recalled those products, and we talked about that when that happened. So the other related story is that Puig is set to fully acquire Charlotte Tilbury by 2031. In 2020, they acquired the brand, and Charlotte Tilbury did keep a minority stake in it, but since then, Puig has tripled the brand's net revenue and brought Charlotte Tilbury to Ulta, so they are really bringing the distribution out further, and in that the sales have gone up significantly. So they're looking to acquire Charlotte Tilbury by 2031. Okay. Puig. Thank you. Puig. See, this is why I love these stories live, because y'all can help me with my terrible pronunciation, Puig, because it's not in English. I don't know what language that is, but it's not in English. Puig. You guys are amazing. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. All right, next one. Okay, y'all remember the glitter freckles that Taylor Swift made go viral? They're freaking crushing it now, the glitter freckles people. The company is called Phase It. That article title is Phase It's Taylor Swift Love Viral Glitter Freckles Enter CVS. Brand forecasts $40 million in 2025 sales at retail. The indie brand that launched in 2022 sold over $1 million worth of the product in 48 hours of Taylor Swift wearing them at the Kansas City Chiefs game in October. They're now in 400 CVS locations around the country. CVS joins Urban Outfitters and roughly 100 independent boutiques that carry the glitter freckles. Another retail launch is on deck for January. The expansion is expected to help Phase It achieve $40 million in 2025 sales at retail. Co-founder Aliette Buttleman is conscious the brand has to continue to perform long after the Swift-stoked buzz fades completely. She told Beauty Independent, quote, "We knew the moment of Taylor was going to come to an end. She's forever going to be part of our story, but we're moving to where customers are meeting new demographics that maybe aren't familiar with Phase It." Along with glitter freckles, the glitter freckles come in silver, rose gold, which I think is limited edition, and gold. Phase It also has faux freckles that are more natural looking, and then they have a sports themed Team Spirit collection. The makeup patches are priced at $15.99, $29.99, and $45.99, depending on how many you get. So that's for 6, 12, and 18 pack, respectively. So the 6 count is $16, 12 count is $30, and 18 count is $46. So this is my issue with the Phase It and the glitter freckles. And what I would strongly encourage them to do is find another product to sell besides these dang glitter freckles, because this is a trendy product. There is no way this trend is going to last longer than the period of time it's meant to last, and then it will be dead. It's going to die. So they have to come out with another hero product besides these freckles. Something. I don't know what it's going to be, but they have to have a backup plan when this dies, because it's not just about Taylor promoting them. It's about the whole trend in general. Because these kids are going to grow up that are using them, and they're not going to want to use them anymore. So really, really important for them to get another product in the works as soon as possible that is just as, but like while they have the momentum, selling other things. Like, I don't know, maybe, you know what? Another thing that could be trendy they could do that I've seen tried to be done before is the stamps. So, a Milk Makeup had an equality stamp that I used a long time ago that I really loved, and it was basically just a little equal sign, and I was putting it here, little stars, little moons, whatever, and they could make them, you know, in different colors. They can make little sets where you can change out the tips, like something like that. Like I remember, like when I was little, I had like a little Hello Kitty, like little stamper thing that did that. Something like that is another trendy product that they could do. They could also do just eyeliner in general, maybe like a glitter eyeliner, or just they need to do something that's going to appeal to that demographic, but isn't the same thing. They are definitely going to struggle if they expect glitter freckles to last forever. It's not going to happen. Catherine wanted to know, can you tackle the Scentbird ownership problem? She's problematic. It undermines her business. Yeah, I don't mess with Scentbird anymore. As far as, you know, I've been offered sponsorships with them. I was sponsored by them forever. Don't do that anymore, because when you say Hitler wasn't that bad, that's a deal breaker for me. That's the end. That's a goodbye for me. And we had to tell them that. I had my husband John, who communicates with brands for me. I was like, this is the thing, is that's a deal breaker. That's the end for me. Sorry. And she's the face of the brand now. So that's going to be a no. There are videos that are more detailed as far as what's happening with her. And it's all based on like the collective consciousness. And her whole thing is that because we have to experience things as a society, Hitler played an important role in having our society experience evil so that we don't have to experience that level of evil again. So therefore, Hitler wasn't that bad, because he helped us to move forward in our collective experience. That's going to be a no for me. Sorry. And then Michael, hi Michael, member for 9 months. Thank you so much. Any thoughts on what's been going on with Give by Gwen Stefani? They've been going out forever. I think they're just trying to sell off the stock of products, and I think they're going to be dead. I give them 2 months before they're dead. They probably, I would say they're going to announce in January that they're dying. That's my thought. I'm surprised they haven't already, to be honest. So, okay, next story. Macy's to close additional stores. We talked about this when it happens, and they want to put more focus on luxury amid declining sales. Macy's will close roughly 150 underperforming stores between 2024 and 2026 and put its focus on luxury going forward. During an earnings call, Macy's addressed the recent news that an employee hid $151 million in expenses over the course of 3 years. Macy's delayed the release of its Q3 earnings report by 2 weeks after the news broke. CEO Tony Spring said the employee acted alone and is no longer with the company. Tony explained, quote, "We've determined that the individual responsible for the issue intentionally made erroneous accounting accrual entries beginning in the fourth quarter of 2021 and in subsequent periods. He acted alone and did not pursue these acts for personal gain." I don't know why he did it then. Lost his job. So that was an issue. It says responsible for the issue intentionally made erroneous accounting accrual entries. So was making mistakes on purpose since 2021, but didn't do it for personal gain. Why'd he do it then? That's weird. That's real weird. I don't know about that. Kayla. Hi, Kayla. A member for 55 months. Kayla, you're amazing. Good morning from Northern Washington. Finally made to the live chat. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, and 151 million, how the heck does that happen and no one notices? I don't know. I guess because he was in charge of it or she was in charge of it. I think the pronoun there was he from the article, but yeah. Okay, next story. Sprinkles cupcakes. Look out for licensed Sprinkles cupcakes beauty products next year. Sprinkles says it aims to become a lifestyle brand and will expand its licensing program in 2025 as the company gets ready to celebrate its 20th anniversary. I remember in FabFitFun, there was a Sprinkles like coffee mug, one of those reusable mugs. So we're going to be seeing Sprinkles things everywhere. I would imagine there probably be oven mitts and baking supplies and stuff, but they are specifically looking to move into the beauty space. So that's a thing. Next one. Coty and Swarovski forged long-term beauty collaboration. So we're looking at a Swarovski fragrance coming soon. The partnership will focus on the development, production, and distribution of fragrances and beauty products that incorporate Swarovski's pop luxury aesthetic and Coty's expertise in the beauty industry. So that's a thing. And then this is the last thing. And I took a picture of it. All right, I'm going to find it because you need to see this. How do you feel about Squid Game makeup? I'm conflicted. I feel like that's in poor taste, kind of, but I get the money behind it. Like, I get it. Squid Game makeup. All right. Here it is. I'm just going to share the screen with you. We'll do it again. We're going to share the screen because it's easier than screenshotting. Present. Share screen. This one. Share. And we're going to make this a little prettier to look at. Okay. There you go. I didn't mean to do that. Boop. Okay. Make it a little smaller. Close. Okay. There we go. So there's the article. Hey, I could have put up all these articles for you. See, that would have been smart of me. That's future note to future Jen. Put up all the articles like this because that actually looks cool. And it gives you a little bit of a visual. So 2K beauty brands are launching new special edition Squid Game collections in anticipation of the show's season 2 debut on December 26th. The brands are CJ Olive Young. Stop. Ad popped up. Okay, there we go. The brands are CJ Olive Young's vegan brand Being Green and color cosmetics brand Wake Make. There's a blemish serum, toner pad, pore clay pack, pore nose strip, lip balm, eye patch, lip essence double set, eye palette, gloss, blurring pot, and eyeliner. The Dalgona lip balm contains sugar for lip care and offers a Dalgona game experience, which is the cookie thing where they take the little toothpick and you poke out the shape. It says a Dalgona game is a challenge where players attempt to cut a shape out of a honeycomb-like South Korean candy without breaking it. The gold collagen eye patch was inspired by the show's golden piggy bank filled with prize money, and the bamboo Hyalu lip essence double set was designed to create smooth and plump lips. The soft blurring eye palette includes pink tones reflecting Young Hee's innocence and incorporates the dramatic bloody rose color theme from the game. The thing is Squid Game has a deeper meaning beyond the horror aspect of it, and it speaks to debt in Korea and how the government handles debt, and it speaks to real issues of real people. And remember when Mr. Beast did a Squid Game video and he got a bunch of crap for it because it's not just a show based on, it's not just like a Saw, right? It's not like Halloween or something that's not real, right? It's based in real struggles of real Korean people. So that's why I'm kind of like I get the money aspect of it, but at the same time, this is weird for me. And maybe I'm not Korean, so I don't know from a personal, I just know what I've heard in the media. So anybody with expertise in this, I would appreciate your feedback on it. If you know because you're Korean or you lived in Korea, or if you have background knowledge in that, I appreciate that you know more than I do. But based on what I've read, this sits really weird with me. And that's that. Let me close out this window. Just very odd. So yeah, Dazzle Emma says, yeah. Dazzle Emma says, I want Squid Game makeup. Who is this made for? For me. I just got the Squid Game Monster High doll. Gotcha. Okay. Donna Lee says, I didn't watch the show. It looked dumb. Don't hate me. I watched it against my will. I was my office is my living room, the corner of my living room. I've got a window there. I sit in my comfy chair next to my window. My family was watching it on the TV as I was working. So I got sucked in a little bit and watched pieces of it. And it's disturbing. It's disturbing. I am not a horror movie kind of person. But yeah, I don't know. Bok, 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 one of my favorite names to read. This could expose a new audience to K-beauty, though. That's a plus. That's true. That's true. Yeah, Donnelly says, well, it's a K-beauty brand, so maybe it's a reason to them. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, that's why I'm conflicted. Like, I don't know, because all I know is what I read in the media. I'm totally expressing my not having any personal connection to this. But I would love to hear what somebody that has knowledge of this, if they understand it better. Because just because a company is Korean doesn't mean they're acting, like they're doing something ethical. You know what I mean? Like something that wouldn't disrespect the Korean people, because plenty of American companies disrespect American people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't take just the fact that they're K-beauty brand that necessarily that means that they get a pass. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. Anna says there's a lot of disturbing stuff going on in Korea right now. Yeah. Gabrielle says, but I get it. It's popular. Let's sell as much as possible, but like it. I don't like it, but I get it. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too with it. So, oh, I love that. Bok Bok Bakal says that's exactly how I say my own name. I love that. I love that. Yeah, it doesn't exactly. Donnelly, you're so much more concise than I am. Doesn't mean they're acting in good faith. Exactly. Thank you for being concise. I said that in about 3 sentences, which you said in about 6 words. So I appreciate you. All right. So that's what I have for you. That's what I have as far as stories go. So we can talk about for the next 9 minutes, whatever y'all want to talk about, because I came in a little bit late. So we're going to stay on just a few minutes late. Thank you to the moderators. If you have to go, I get it. Like if you got stuff going on and you need to leave, I get it, because we're at 11 o'clock, but I'm going to stay on another 9 minutes. And if you can stay, great. If you can't, I totally understand. Thank you so much. So yeah, I wanted to give you an update on, the video on The Ordinary that I've been working on for months. I was able to get my footage, obviously, of what's to make up from today. So I appreciate those of y'all that have watched so far. I hope you've loved it. I was also able to get all of my screenshots and all of my videos that I've been collecting for months on The Ordinary since I think late September is when I started it. So I am about a third of the way done editing the part 1 of The Ordinary video, and I'm so excited for you to see it. It is, I've learned so much. That's my favorite part of these videos, is I get to learn things and go, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. And then I get to share it with you and you get to have that same experience. That's literally my favorite thing. That is why this is the best job in the world for me, is I get so much joy from finding this stuff. And what we're going to do in part 1 is we're going to dive deep into the history of Decium. So how did the company come to be? What were the brands? Because Decium has had so many brands underneath it. I don't think, I'll just say, I didn't know how many brands Decium has had that they have shut down. Like, it's unreal, the number of brands they've had from so many different categories. I didn't know that Brandon Truex had a skincare company before Decium. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about the history of Brandon and Nicola, who were the co-founders of Decium and The Ordinary. and how Decium started, because Nicola wasn't on board in the very beginning. How I actually have a picture of the team from Decium before Nicola joined, and what they like, what the team was. It's I have so much to share with you. It's absolutely fascinating, the brands and like what they were and why they failed, and just like the whole history of Decium is fascinating. So we're gonna go all the way up to the launch of The Ordinary. We'll talk about how The Ordinary launched, what the impact was of The Ordinary on the beauty industry, because it was a huge impact. And we're going to pause right before things start falling apart. And then part two is going to be all about Brandon Truax quite literally going mad. And that is a wild ride. And my challenge with that piece is to get everything in order, because there aren't dates on everything. So that's been my challenges, is getting it all in order. So things might not be exactly in order if I can't find dates, but so much happened in such in a 1 year period. So in the year of 2019, I believe is the years of 2018 or 2019. I think it was because the reason why I'm wondering is because it happened, I think December of 2018, the very, very tail end of December of 2018 is when it started. And then I believe he passed away in 2019. So, or January of 2020. It's that whole full year where things just get so wild. Like the escalation is like something we've never seen, and I hope that we never see it again. Nicola, I can't even imagine what she went through all of that, what Brandon was going through, what the team was going through. It's an incredible story. So so that's going to be part two. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 2-part series. I don't see any reason why it would be 3 parts. But part one is going to be on Friday, and I'm really excited to share it with you. Jillian said, what was your motivation to do a deep dive on The Ordinary? Brandon Truax as a person is absolutely fascinating. Just how he started, because he didn't start in cosmetics. He had no cosmetic background except for an internship doing tech for a cosmetic company. And he is fascinating. Incredible. And how the other thing is that Nicola has really tried to carry on his legacy through Decium, and has done, I don't want to ruin it for you, but the things that she's done since his death to try to carry on his memory have been also very incredible. So that's really, I wanted to get that story together and kind of do an archive story. And that's really what I want to do with these deep dives, is create a historical video of what happened, and have that as a record, have that as a marking point, like a History Channel kind of, not that I'm like the History Channel, because obviously I'm doing this by myself. I'm not that at that point, but I want to have like an archive of what happened. I've always been big on history. I love history. So that's really what I want these deep dives to be, is a place that people can go to find out, if you have a question, what happened, and you can go to this video and you can watch it and you'll know what happened. And it'll be based on what is public knowledge, what is fact. Of course, I'm going to interject my opinions here and there, but for the most part, I want it to be a factual representation with some opinions thrown in. So I'm so excited for you all to see it. It's pretty epic. So keep your eye out for that on next Friday. As far as What's Been Makeup next weekend, I have no idea. I don't know if a What's Been Makeup is going to happen next weekend or not. It just kind of depends on how the chips fall. I don't even know if we're gonna have a live chat next weekend. Got a lot going on with like family stuff and the holidays and all of that. So I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear. And if I can pull something together, I will. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. We'll just have to wait and see. Alexa says, I have to say the interview with Gabriel went great. I watched the long version. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for that. I do think that it was a very impactful interview. And the point of the interview wasn't to like have any kind of agenda going in. It was just to give Gabriel the opportunity to tell his story and give you the opportunity to decide what you feel about it. And I feel like it definitely did that. I think he gave a lot of information, a lot of background about his side of the story, about what happened. And again, it's just a piece of information. And I know people are like, why are we still talking about this? And I can tell you, like, It's because I want to have as much knowledge about things that happened out there as possible. I hate misinformation with my entire soul. And I hate when people try to rewrite history. It drives me absolutely bonkers. That's why I nail in on Jaclyn Hill so hard. People are like, you hate Jaclyn Hill so much. No, I don't. I genuinely don't. Like if I said, like, there are people that I really have negative feelings toward, that I really do not like as people. And I feel like I don't like, because they've done something to hurt me personally. Jaclyn's never done anything to hurt me personally. Do I think she's a good person? No. But do I hate her? No. I don't care enough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have an emotional attachment enough to hate her. Like, I don't have an agenda against her. But what I do have an agenda for is the truth. And I don't like when people try to say something happened that didn't happen. Same thing with Jeffree Star and the things he's been talking about on social media, and James Charles. They're trying to tell people that things happen differently than it actually happened. And that's where I want to come in and say, no, that's not what happened. Let's talk about what actually happened with screenshots so that that's actually out there. And if people want to find the truth, I want them to be able to find it. That's so important to me. So if anybody ever asks you, why does Jen keep talking about this stuff? That's why. Because the truth to me is really important. And it doesn't matter what, like, who wins in the truth. To me, that's not what's important. What's important is that the truth is out there and that it can be found. Hi, Emmeline. Thank you for the super chat. Thoughts about Clean Skin Club cloths? I don't know. I'm so sorry. I've never heard of that. I'm so sorry. I wish I had a better answer, but I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. Let's look it up real quick. Since we're already late, let's look it up real quick. Clean Skin Club cloths, because I want you to make your $2 worth it. Clean Skin Club towels, facial cleansing wipe. Okay, let's see. Should we share the screen? Let's share the screen. Let's do it. Present. Share screen. Share. Oh, they're having a 20% off sale. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Okay. So what's happening here? Website uses cookies. All right. Why is it? Hold on. I got to get rid of the stupid cookie thing. Why is it not letting? It's not letting me scroll. It's being a butthead. Well, I can tell you I don't like their website because it's not letting me scroll to get rid of. How do I know what's happening? I don't know what that button is. Okay. Okay, that button didn't work. Let's try this button. It won't let me scroll. Okay, what's right for me? Okay. About clean towels. Okay. The clean towels are our original creation. They are the world's first single-use USDA bio-based and ultra-soft facial towel. This dry towel is made of premium viscose sourced from sustainable eucalyptus. I've heard of that, about the eucalyptus plantation, the eucalyptus, and also they're doing it with bamboo, I believe. A revolution in skincare hygiene. The clean towels ensure your face is spared from bacteria commonly found on normal towels. So you're supposed to use this instead of like an actual towel, like a washcloth or a towel. We created clean towels to optimize your skincare routine and ensure your skin stays as clean as possible after you do the hard work of washing it. Traditional towels can accumulate bacteria over time, but if you're washing them in boiling hot water, then it shouldn't have bacteria anymore because you're washing it. Eliminate the worry by offering a bacteria-free option after every use. They don't seem necessary to me. This is the first time I'm seeing them, though. Like, why do we need that? They can be reused. Rinse them out by hand and hang them to dry, but then wouldn't they then have bacteria? We do not recommend reusing them for skincare. If you're making direct contact with your skin, the clean towel should be tossed and not reused because of the bacteria. Different than paper towels. Why? I would imagine they're softer. Yeah, more gentle on the skin. Why? But are we using paper towels to dry our face? I don't know. That seems gimmicky to me. That's what I got for you. That seems really, really gimmicky. Okay, gotcha. Bok says I believe those are more for people with acne to reduce germs, like to reduce the bacteria. I guess. I don't know. I don't. It seems like a little excessive to me. That's my opinion. I wanted you to get your super chats worth. Hopefully, you felt like that was worth it. It's like, because if you're really worried about bacteria, then just use it. Just get a collection of like super cheap towels and then just wash them. Just have, 7 of them. And when you do laundry once a week, you just wash them. Like the like Dollar Tree kind of towels, like little cheapy ones. And just reuse them over and over and over again. And then you're not having to invest in them. Yeah, Jennifer says they come in handy when traveling, but that's about it. I can see that. Oh, Call Me Skull says Tati uses paper towels to dry her face in a video a week or 2 back. Really? I've never thought to use a paper towel on my face. Never in a million years. All right, I got to go. I got to let y'all go. I got to let the moderators go. Thank y'all so much for being here in live chat. Happy holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, or even if you don't celebrate holidays, happy week. I hope you have a great week. I can't believe it's the end of the year. I am hoping to have a good 2025. I hope you do as well. And I might see you next week. If not, I'll see you next year. Mad love to you. I'll see you soon. Bye.